Magic TV, my name's Craig. It's 9 o'clock on a Wednesday, which means it's time for a Hidden Gems. This is where I take a trick or a routine or a marketed effect or a trick out of a book or an online lecture or an academy or something like that, and I highlight it, I shine a spotlight on it. The reason that's important and the reason I'm so passionate about this YouTube channel is because we stand on the shoulders of giants, and there are amazing tricks out there that are very, very old that you might not have seen before. A lot of people are just looking for that newest, latest and greatest trick, and when the new trick hits the market, that's what everyone's going for, whilst the older tricks that have been around a long time tend to be forgotten, and unfortunately, a lot of the time, these are the most commercial. And the trick that I'm going to talk to you about today is a trick that was buried in a book many, many years ago, and it's an incredible book. It's one of the best books written on magic. And because there are so many wonderful routines in that book, this is a trick that gets overlooked. And the trick that I'm actually talking about here is He Who Spelt It, Dealt It by David Williamson, by Dave Williamson. Now, I know there's going to be people watching this that know this trick and will agree with me that it is absolutely incredible. For those people that don't know the trick, I'm going to do a performance in a minute. But first of all, it's got an interesting history because Dave Williamson published it in Williamson's Wonders. Now, if you've not seen Williamson's Wonders, it's one of the best books on magic that there is. That's where the striking vanish and all the various applications Dave came up with was published for the first time. His signed, torn and restored transposition was on there. All of the wonderful stuff is two-cup and ball routine. There's so many really great tricks in Williamson's Wonders. And He Who Spelt It, Dealt It kind of got overlooked a little bit because there's so much amazing material in the book, and this just looks like a spelling trick with a deck of cards. I think a lot of people kind of glossed it by. Well, there's a lesson right there. Don't gloss by tricks unless you actually know exactly what the effect is, because this is one of the most commercial tricks in the book. Now, some people did it, some people didn't. Fast forward to Ridiculous, which was the DVD set that Dave put out through Lewis de Matos. He included it in there, so more people got to see it there. And if you want to learn it now and you can't get hold of a book or you can't get hold of Dave's DVDs, the other option is to there's a download on Vanishing Ink. If you go on Vanishing Ink and you type in David Williamson, there's a download. It's a 41-minute download of unpublished material or unseen footage of Dave when he's younger. And one of the routines that he actually goes through and talks about is He Who Spelt It, Dealt It. Now, you're going to see a performance of it in a minute. I will say that this is the updated handling that was included on the download and in the Ridiculous DVD set. The only difference between the original and the updated handling, and I believe it's Bill Goodman, I think, that he credited for the updated handling. The setup is a little bit different, and as well as that, he's eliminated a move. There was a top change in the original write-up. Instead of the top change, he's actually doing something else. He's actually doing one little move that a lot of people would find a lot easier, and that updated handling allows you to do the routine a lot easier. Anyway, I'm going to talk about the trick in a minute, but before I do, let me show you a performance of it. So this is a full performance of He Who Spelt It, Dealt It from Williamson's Wonders and a variety of different places. It's really cool. So I've got a pack of cards, yeah?
Yeah.
And what we'll do is we'll just give them a shuffle. What's your favourite suit? Because I'll tell you what mine is in a minute. What's your favourite suit?
Spades.
Really? Mine's hearts. Interesting. I don't really care about you. It's not,
Charming.
it's not you that's doing the trick, it's me. We're going to take the hearts out. Have you ever heard about casting a magic spell?
On what?
You know, just like a magic spell. You've heard about magic spells, right? Yeah.
Well, yeah, in like fairy tales and Disney movies and stuff.
Well, we're going to do a different type of magic spell.
Okay.
I'm just going to take out the cards. We'll shuffle the deck. We're going to take out the cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All the hearts. No court cards. They're just going from 1 to 10, right? Yeah?
Okay.
Now, watch this. If I do this, I've casted a magic spell over these cards. Now, believe it or not, even though we just took them out in a random order from when we shuffled, believe it or not, you can spell to every single card now in order. I'll show you. I'll even let you have a go. Look, ace we'll start with ace. You just go A, S, E. And that's 7.
You spelled it wrong.
Did I?
It's A-C-E.
Oh, hang on. You try. I'm not very good at spelling. You do that. 1 card to the bottom for each letter. So what is it? A, C,
C,
E.
E.
Turn over the top card. Oh, you see, you're so much better than me. Do it again. So 2, do 2.
T, W, O.
Has it worked? You're so good at this. You see, you're much better than me. Do 3. Do 3.
T, H, R, E.
You see, I would have got that wrong. I didn't realise the H was in there. Turn it over. What you got? Okay, I'm getting it now. Right, okay, so 4. Here we go. It's F-O-R-E, and you get a 7 again. Did I do wrong?
It's U-R.
You do it. Sorry, you do it. What is it? It's F-O-U-R. Turn it over. Oh, right.
He runs our company.
Do 5. Do 5.
F-I-V-E.
Right, I've got it now. 6. I've got it now. S-E-X.
Whoa.
I did that right.
No, what? No.
Show me.
S-I-X.
Well, let's be honest. I can't get 7. I can't get 7 wrong. It's impossible. Look, S-E-V-E-N. 7. You see, I know I can get 7 right. You do 8.
E-I-G-H-T.
Turn over. You're so good at this. Do 9.
N-I-N-E.
I can't mess up 10. Watch. T-I-N. Oh, for God's sake, this is getting ridiculous. Just forget it. You know, what the hell? You can do it from now on. I'm done. I'm just done. I'm done.
10. T-E-N.
What the fuck?
That's crazy.
You know what? Forget it. We'll do something else. Hate this trick anyway. Now, how awesome is that as a trick? That, for me, is one of the best tricks ever. First of all, this is a perfect example of a card trick that works really well for kids. And a lot of card tricks don't. You know, a lot of the time, the advice that close-up magicians are given is when you're performing tricks to kids, don't do card tricks. And I understand why. A lot of kids don't know the different cards in the deck. They might not be used to handling a deck of cards. But this is the sort of trick that's absolutely perfect to do with kids because it's not about what the card is. It's not about losing the card and finding it. It's about the value of the card and spelling. And that makes a great hook line. You know, do you know how to spell? Oh, great. Look, I'm brilliant at spelling. Let me show you. But on top of that, it's also a trick that will work really well for adults. So it'll work well for adults, it'll work well for kids, which means it's the perfect trick to do at like a wedding or a private party where there's kids there and there's adults watching because it's credible. You look credible to the adults, but you're entertaining the kids and you're doing it with a deck of cards. Yeah, I mean, from a methodological point of view, it's actually a really easy trick to do. You can do it from a shuffled deck of cards in use by just taking the cards out that you need, or you can actually have it set up and have the spectator shuffle the cards and then go into the routine. But there's not really any work there. And it's so funny when that 7 keeps turning up. You know, it's just a real strong moment for everybody that's watching. Like I say, it's really easy to do. It's not a difficult routine to do at all. There's no table required. It can be done walk around. There's no angles to speak of. It's a shuffled deck of cards in use. You're left with a regular deck of cards to go into and do whatever you want to. There's so much to love about this routine. I'll give you a little bit of trivia before I finish. If you have the shadow stack, now the shadow stack is Tom Crosby's memorized deck stack. And in my opinion, it is the best memorized deck stack on the market. I've talked about that before. But if you do the shadow stack, there's a whole bunch of stuff built into the shadow stack. Now, when I was lucky enough to co-host on his DVD set called Recall that he put out with World Magic Shop years and years and years ago, where he broke down the shadow stack and all the benefits and all of the features built into it. And there are a lot of features built into the shadow stack. And one thing that is built into it is this trick. And we never actually highlighted that on Recall. And the reason we never highlighted it on Recall is because we didn't have permission from David Williamson to actually, we didn't get permission in time. He eventually gave permission, but we didn't have permission in time to reference that He Who Spelt It Dealt It was included in the shadow stack, but it is. So if you do the shadow stack and you take the deck and you just up jog all of the spades, I think it is. It might be clubs or it might be spades, but if you up jog all of the spades or clubs in the order in which they appear, then you will immediately be set up and ready to go into this routine. So there you go. There's a little bit of trivia there and another good reason to learn the shadow stack. But ultimately, He Who Spelt It Dealt It is an incredible card routine that just absolutely nails and it hits really, really hard. So there you go, guys. That's another hidden gems in the bag. Do me a favor, let me know what you think in the comments down below. You want to see more videos like this, you know what you got to do. You're just going to like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below. Please do that. It makes this whole thing worthwhile, to be perfectly honest. And one more thing, one final thing. If you haven't already done so, please go check out the Netrix. It is www.thenetrix.com. It's the home to, it's my online streaming platform. Me and my team are putting hours in every single day to make that the best platform that it can be. And we're constantly updating it and tweaking it and making it better. So if you want to go and check it out, please do so. And I will be back again tomorrow with another video. Thanks very much for watching. My name's Craig from Magic TV.